Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Graham from the School of Teacher Education at National Taiwan Normal University. Welcome to my office hours. Today's video is about what I consider to be one of the best strategies for supporting student English output, that is, speaking and writing, in the bilingual classroom. But it's also one of those strategies that has a high potential for being misused. So today, I will talk both about how and how not to use this strategy as a bilingual teacher. The strategy is called a substitution table. The purpose of the substitution table is to provide students with all the possible language they will need to speak or write in response to a prompt. It is perfect for use with learners who are at the beginning stages of developing their English because it provides them with a series of options for their output. It's also perfect for learners who may have a fear of saying something wrong. It helps because it can provide them with a safe scaffold to calm their uncertainty before they speak. Here is an example of what a substitution table might look like in an elementary bilingual math class. You'll notice that the substitution table provides the words for a sentence, and that in some positions of the sentence, there are multiple options for words. We'll assume that this substitution table was designed for a lesson about describing shapes by their number of sides. As typically happens in a classroom, the math teacher may want to ask students concept-checking questions to test their knowledge of the shapes. And in the bilingual classroom, for some of those questions, though not all of them, the teacher may want to elicit a response in English in order to create a need for the language. This substitution table would work very well for this purpose. The math teacher could ask a series of questions along the lines of, how many sides does a certain shape have? The students can then reference the substitution table when formulating their answer, either through a worksheet at their desk, or the teacher can project it at the front of the classroom. The hope is that this would provide the needed support for students to be able to produce answers to the teacher's questions. Anytime you want students to communicate in English in the bilingual classroom, for example, answering questions or sharing with a classmate, you can provide them with a substitution table to help support their output. But please, be aware that I am only promoting the substitution table as a support for communication. I under no circumstances am advocating for the use of substitution tables for drilling or teaching English grammar in the bilingual classrooms. Sometimes when bilingual teachers learn about substitution tables, they bring them into their classroom and use them as a tool for drilling English. For example, the misguided bilingual teacher might say triangle and then have the whole class say together, the triangle has 3 sides. This is an absolute misuse of this tool in the bilingual classroom. And if you are a bilingual teacher watching this video, please do not use the substitution table for language drill exercises. Language drills are for the English classroom in Taiwan, not the bilingual classroom. Your job as a bilingual teacher is first and foremost to teach your content, and second, to facilitate exposure and need for languages in your subject area. Bilingual teachers should only use substitution tables to support communication. Classroom choral drilling is not communication. Thank you for attending my office hours. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on this channel, send me an email at kmgraham@ntnu.edu.tw. I'll see you next time.